Welcome to Zenyo Workforce. In this video, we'll show you how to configure settings and manage employee clock-ins and clock-outs. You'll learn how the attendance management feature ensures accurate tracking and compliance for effective workforce management. So let's start by configuring the attendance settings. Click on the settings icon. Then, select attendance management from the menu and choose the attendance settings submenu. Under approvals, you can choose who will approve regularization requests for an employee if they miss clock in or clock out. If you select the reporting manager will approve the regularization for the employee. If you choose a specific person, the selected employee will approve the regularization for the employee. Here I am choosing the reporting manager as an approver. Similarly, set approvals for who will approve work from home requests and on-duty requests for an employee. Click the Save button to save the attendance settings approvals. A shift is a designated time period when employees work. Shifts can vary in length and timing, like morning, afternoon, night, or flexible schedules, based on the organization's needs. Now let's create different shifts for various work schedules. Select the Shift submenu. Here you can see a list of available shifts along with the name, start time, end time, employee count, and available actions. You can search for a shift using the search bar. To create a new shift, click the Add button in the top right corner. Under the General section, enter the name of the shift, start and end time, and a description if necessary. In the Grace Period section, you have three options. If you choose none, any clock in or clock out beyond the shift time will be considered a late arrival or early exit. If you select Entry Grace Period and Exit Grace Period, you must specify the allowed minutes for an employee's late arrival and the number of times this late arrival is permitted within a weekly or monthly period. Additionally, define whether exceeding this limit will result in a full day or half-day leave. Set for early exit in the same way. If you choose both entry and exit grace periods, means the grace period you define applies to both late arrivals and early exits, eliminating the need to set separate times for each. In the Session section, enter the session name, start and end time. To add more sessions, click on the plus button. In the Break section, you can choose between two options. If you choose fixed, then you have to set fixed timings for breaks. Enter the break name, start time, end time, and select icons. Click on the plus symbol to add more breaks. If you choose flexible, just enter the break duration in minutes. Within the regularization section, define the time limit for employees to request approval for missed clock-ins. Specify how many times they can request it per week or month. Click Save and your shift timing gets added to the list. The Employee section shows the number of employees assigned to each shift. After saving the shift, adding employees by clicking on the number count in the #EMP column. To add more employees to this shift, click the Add Employee button. Another pop-up will appear. You will see options to select the employees you want to add to this shift. You can choose all employees to add everyone to this shift or filter by office location, department, role, or employment type. If you need to select a specific employee, you can use the search bar. If you need to choose a single employee, select the employee from the list and click the single right arrow. Your selected employee will then appear in the Selected Employees box. If you need to undo the selection you've made, simply choose the employee's name within the Selected Employees box and click the single left arrow to remove it. For a bulk selection of employees, use the drop-down menu to make your choices, then click the double right arrow to add them all at once. To undo a bulk selection, simply click the double left arrow. After making the selection, click Save. You can further edit the shift information by clicking on the edit icon and selecting Update to apply any changes. Similarly, if there are no employees assigned to the shift, you can click on the delete icon to remove the shift entirely. Shift rotation is when employees alternate work shifts to ensure coverage across different times or days. This helps balance the workload and meet employee preferences. To schedule employees to alternate between work schedules, click on Shift Rotation. Here, you'll see a list of previously created shift rotations. Enter the schedule name and select the schedule frequency. If the schedule repeats weekly, choose Weekly from the options, then select the specific day of the week from the drop-down menu. The schedule will then repeat on that chosen day each week. For the monthly option, select the specific day of the month. Set the time of schedule to define the specific time the shift rotation will begin on that chosen day. Now, let's set up how employees will rotate between different shifts. In the Shift Rotation Details section, choose the shifts employees will rotate between then. Click the plus button to add additional shift rotations if needed. Once you've set up the shift rotation pattern, decide who it applies to. In the Applicable For section, click the edit icon to add employees to this particular shift rotation. You can either add all employees or select only some employees to target a specific group of employees based on role, department, office location, or employment type. Click Save. Note that if an employee is assigned to more than one shift, the latest shift rotation will be applied. After making your selections, click on Save. Your shift rotation gets added to the list. If you need to make changes, click on the edit icon, modify the details, and click Update to save the edited information. You can also click on the delete icon to remove a shift rotation entirely. For added security and compliance, you can set up geo-restrictions. With geo-restrictions in place, you can ensure that your employees clock in and out within the designated areas, enhancing security and compliance for your organization. Select geo-restriction from the submenu. Here, you can see the already listed geo-restrictions along with the name, module, employee count, created by, and action. You can search for a geo-restriction using the search bar. To create a new geo-restriction, click on the Add button. In the Add Geo-Restriction section, enter a relevant name and select the module by clicking the drop-down arrow. Now, let's move to the Map section. Note, for the map feature to display your location accurately, please ensure geolocation is enabled in Chrome. In this section, you can draw the specific area where employee clock in and clock out will be allowed. Use your cursor to outline the desired boundaries on the map. This will be the designated zone for employee attendance tracking. Once you've defined the restriction area, click on Save to save the geo-restriction. After adding the geo-restriction, you'll need to map employees to that restriction area. Click on the number count in the employee column for the geo-restriction you just created. A pop-up will appear. Click on the Add Employee button, select all employees or filter employees based on other criteria like office location, department, role and employment type. Add employees or remove them from the selected employees list using the left and right arrows. Click Save. If you need to update the restriction area, click on the Edit icon, modify the boundaries on the map, and click Update to save the edited restriction area. Additionally, you can click on the Delete icon to remove a geo-restriction entirely. However, remember that a geo-restriction can only be deleted if no employees are currently added to it. Now to see how the clock in, clock out works, navigate to the dashboard. To ensure employees can clock in and out from the designated work location, make sure the work location feature is enabled. On the dashboard, click the employee's profile picture. When the work location toggle is enabled, the employee's clock in will be based on geo-restrictions, which primarily apply to employees working from the office. If the employee is working from home, the work location toggle should be off, and their clock in won't be tied to any geo-restrictions. They can clock in and clock out from anywhere. A timer will then begin running, tracking the employee's total work time. The system will display the allotted break time for the employee's shift. If the employee needs to take a break, they can click Clock Out to stop the work timer and enable the Start Break button, which will activate a separate break timer. When the employee finishes their break, they can click End Break. This action will stop the break timer and automatically re-enable the clock in button, indicating that their work hours have resumed. After completing their scheduled work hours for the day, employees can simply clock out before leaving the office. With this simple and intuitive process, employees can easily record their attendance, ensuring accurate tracking and compliance with your organization's policies. That's it. Now you can understand how to easily manage attendance settings, shifts, and geo-restrictions to ensure accurate tracking and compliance in Zenyo Workforce. Make sure you like, subscribe, and get notified so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Let us know if you have any queries. Thanks for watching.